Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Tuam, and today I'm going to talk with Mia for the second time. Last time we talked about Japan and Japanese culture, and today we are going to talk about various countries that she has been before and whether she lived there or she visited there. So it's going to be an interesting one. Now I'm waiting for her to join the chat so that we can start our conversation together. Let me see who is in the room. So welcome everyone. I'm waiting for Mia. As soon as she will join, I will invite her. I hope she doesn't have difficulty to join. Because time to time it happens that on Instagram, whenever I get live, I receive messages from you that it doesn't show for you that I'm live. So let's see if that's the problem or not. Otherwise, I will restart the live for sure. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm waiting for Mia, and in any minute she will join me so that we can start our conversation together. Hey, how are you doing? Most probably she has difficulty joining. I will wait for 1 or 2 minutes, then if that would be the case, then we will restart the show once more. We will see. I'm good, thank you so much for asking. Yes, as it seems, she has difficulty joining. No, there she is. Let me send a request. So I have sent the request. Konnichiwa.
Hi, konnichiwa. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great today. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. You are a doctor today.
Yes, actually, I'm so sorry for the costume, but today's a kind of nurse event, so
Oh,
I
you
have
are a
to wear the
nurse.
kind of like a doctor and a nurse. Yeah, I'm sorry about it.
I see, it suits you very much.
I'm so shy to show that one.
And we were talking about trains and subways in Tokyo. We say it's always on time, but suddenly today, uh,
Yes,
it, it was
I'm not
delayed.
telling a lie. Yeah. So there is some reason today. Actually, in Japan, this week is a kind of golden week. So like everybody's like, coming to the city side. So that's the reason I think.
Mhm.
I have no idea.
I see.
I'm sorry
And I
about
don't
it.
know why I have your voice in low level now. I don't know if there is
Oh,
something related to your microphone.
okay. Actually, like I'm using the earphone right now, so I can hear you well.
Okay, so I think you should just talk a little louder so maybe
Okay, sure,
everyone
definitely.
can hear.
Yeah.
That would be great. Thank you.
Mhm.
So, Mia, last time we talked about Japan and Japanese culture, and even we talked about your experiences in other countries briefly, but we want to go in details about them. So maybe we can start with United States. So,
Mhm.
at what age you were there, and how was your experience there in United States?
Okay, so when I was just 15 years old, I lived in Los Angeles, and then that's time that's only 3 months, by the way. But like, yeah, it's kind of tough time for me. 'Cause, like when I lived in Japan, like everybody told me that like my English is perfect or something like that. But like, when I got in there, like I noticed that my English is not like a perfect, literally. So like I need to study a lot, and then of course there's a bad person, but people in the like states, of course. So like sometimes somebody said a kind of mean things or like make a kind of bad reputation about me. Yeah, but like I love it. I love the state for sure.
So you were only in Los Angeles. You haven't visited other cities, right?
Oh, I went to the Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York City, and Florida.
Oh, okay.
All around
Okay.
the
So you were even in different states, as I see. And what did you find unusual in the United States compared to your own culture?
Okay. So, one time when I was in the university, so I was in a Baltimore. It's a kind of close to the New York City, and then that time, like that time, my image of the state is for the white people, a lot of white people there. Like, I realized that there's a lot of kind of the nationality people, and especially in the Baltimore and in that kind of west side, there's a lot of black people there. So normally I've heard that kind of white people English. So when I heard the black people English, I got so surprised. I was like, oh, that's so fast, and then it sounds so cool that
Yeah,
I was
the
like,
accent's totally different.
yeah, totally different. But I feel like I want to copy that. That was kind of really cool. But I was like, oh my god.
Yes, the way they talk is cool,
Mhm.
and especially in the movies, that's how I got used to the way they talk. So my listening got better, hopefully. And how about fast food? Because in the United States, of course, there are a variety of food available from different ethnicities. But what do you think about the fast food there? Have you tried? Oh, there's a problem with the connection there. Let's see. Guys, how do you hear us, by the way? Please let us know. Now, I'm trying to also
Okay,
check.
sorry.
Yes, the
Finally,
visual now is
I
okay.
could. Sorry. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I see you now.
Hi. Okay, so because of the bad connection, like I couldn't hear you well. I mean, I couldn't hear at all. So could you say that again? I'm so sorry.
Okay, so I ask you, have you tried fast foods there? Because it's pretty famous in the United States compared to other countries.
Which food? American food?
Yes, in general, fast foods, like for example,
Fast food.
McDonald's or
Like
Burger King, such.
hamburger.
Because there are some
Yeah, I mean,
differences. Even in Tokyo, you have them, but have you noticed any
yeah,
differences?
yeah. So like, I don't want a kind of funny story there. So like, when I moved to the Mexico, I mean, like a state of Mexico, something like a North American country. Like one day I went to the McDonald's, and then I was so thirsty. So I ordered a L, like a large size pop or something. And then in in Japan, the small sizes are kind of small, kind of big, and the medium and the large, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to there, like I, the larger size is kind of big, you know. And then that it's kind of same size of the the Japanese like a large size pop, and then a small size pop in the States. I was like, because it looks like a kind of three large. I guess it's surprised.
Yes,
But
that's
everything
actually what they
can look
usually
big.
complain when they go to other countries. They say, why the size of burger is too small, you know?
That's really true. I get it.
Yeah. And what were your dislikes about United States when you were there?
Oh, dislike. It's hard to find it. Oh, okay. So, uh, to be honest, I really want to move to the States because I love the city, especially Los Angeles. So, just 2 years ago, I was trying to get the visa of the States, kind of working visa in the States, and then that is so tough. That is so tough. I think like because like there's a lot of kind of illegal immigrants, right?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
I've heard that this American government tried to like close the gate for the immigrants and make the limit or make that kind of really strict rule to get the immigrants or something. So that's a kind of annoying thing for me. Yeah.
I see. So the visa procedure was not easy. And for me, actually, everywhere is annoying because for me, it's hard to get visa of everywhere.
Oh,
And but at least now you have a Japanese passport, so with that you can go without visa to many countries. I assume that was
yeah,
also
that's
one
it.
advantage.
Mhm.
Yes.
I think so.
And
Yeah.
so how about your imagination before going to United States and the reality? So what was the did you see something very different that you thought something
Mm.
else but turned out to be totally different?
Uh, Okay, so before I moved to the States, like everybody told me that kind of, to say that the America, the States is a kind of multinationality country. So like I've heard that all American people are welcome, that kind of any kind of nationality people, something like Asian, Black people, European, but that's a kind of like a, you know, like a true and also not true. So
Mhm.
like not all the people. It's not all about American people, but like some people doesn't like Asian. And then I got so shocked. So one day I was walking on the street, and then I got in a cafe, and then the staff was like so mean to me, like what did you order or something like that way.
Mhm.
And then I was like maybe my English is bad, so that's why like her attitude is not good for me. And then I was like, I'm sorry, I cannot speak English well, so I'm so sorry for taking the time to get the order. And she was like, oh, you're from Japan. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you're from like China or Korea, and Japanese is okay, welcome. I was like, like
That was very biased.
yeah, yeah. Should I say thank you or I don't feel any good? I don't have any good feeling about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad reaction.
Mhm.
And so, where, for example, do you suggest people to visit for those cities that you went? That's one place, for example, particular you found very interesting for tourists, and you
Mhm.
suggest them.
Mm, okay, so I really love Los Angeles because like climate is really awesome, and there's Disney World, Disneyland, and then also there's a lot of places to visit. But when I'm thinking about to live there, I feel like San Francisco is better. Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I like that kind of city view. It's not too busy place, but it's also kind of city side. So like easy to commute, easy to go to somewhere. And I think that's the reason.
Yeah, but you know the slope of the city, like you should
Oh
just
yeah.
walk to. Yeah, that one actually could be annoying time to time when you want to just walk.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that one. Yeah. But like as long
That
as
would be.
you can get that cable car, you know the cable car? Just a second. I'm sorry about it.
It's okay. Now you're a nurse, so you have patience today.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, but yeah, I totally forgot about that kind of speed. Yeah, that's kind of tough. But like as long as we can get that kind of cable car, you know the cable car.
Hmm.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and the food is really good.
So if they tell you, for example, you will have a free ticket to United States, would you come back or not?
Oh, where? I gotta go. Mm. It's hard to
Oh,
decide.
it's hard to decide. I
Yeah,
thought directly you say yes, definitely. So you are not that much interested to visit again.
I mean, like, I really want to visit it again. Yeah, but like, like, if I gotta go there, like, I have to pick up the city, right? So I wish I can go everywhere, and I can take that 1 month break or 2 month break.
Hmm. I see. So about United States, is there something else you want to add? Because I want to go to the next country.
I want to ask
Yeah,
something.
something maybe you want to tell about United States, any funny experience there, something like that.
Oh, okay. So, okay, I'm so shy to telling about it, but like, okay, in this store, like, there's a lot of kind of candy or snacks, right? But
But I cannot hear you well, sorry. Sometimes
oh,
the
sorry. Okay, right now it's okay.
better, a little better.
Okay. So I gonna say louder. So like when I talk, speaking of the snack or candy,
Ah, snacks.
like
Okay.
yeah, in states, I mean like not only the states, but like I have one of the most favorite candy. I mean the chocolate in the states, and then the name is Reese's.
Mm-hmm.
Reese's. Do you know that?
No, 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 not no,
No.
unfortunately.
Okay, so the Reese's is a kind of orange package,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a kind of chocolate buttercup, and then the inside is a kind of sweet and a salty peanut butter. So when I have
Mm-hmm.
it, it tastes like so sweet, and but also like so rich and a salty taste. So I cannot stop it, and then I cannot get it from in Japan. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like the only rare supermarket. So and then also there's a lot of kind. There's a kind of white chocolate one, kind of deep cup one, and the dark chocolate one. So yeah, if you have a
Mm-hmm.
chance to go to the States, I really, really want you to try it.
Yeah, if possible, also for you, can you write the name so everyone can see here as well?
Sure. Yeah.
And I heard also their peanut butter is famous. It's very delicious. My father used to live in the States for 4 years, and he had it for his breakfast every day. So he always tells about it.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe he knows
Reese's.
it. So I love the comment. Yeah, Reese's.
Hmm. I never heard about it. So
Oh,
interesting. So
really?
those guys who have experience with that, please share with us. Yeah, it would be interesting to know. I will check out this one for sure. I'm a sweet tooth myself.
Also, you got it.
So, how about your experience in Canada? You were in Vancouver, right?
Yes.
So, how was your
Uh,
experience there?
okay. So, the first of all, I love the Canada. So the Vancouver is a really beautiful city, but the thing is that the Canadian government is Canadian economy is dropping down right now. So it's hard to get a job. So like I can speak Japanese, I can speak a little bit English though. So like I drop my resume. So like I have to drop my resume like a directory to the restaurant or bar and then whatever. And then so far like I dropped 150 resume.
Mm.
I dropped like a kind of very like an old bar or restaurant in the Vancouver city. But like only three company, only three restaurant got reply to me. Sorry, reply to me. I was maybe Canada doesn't need me, but fortunately I couldn't find a job. But I know so many friends who didn't get the job, so they need to get back to Japan. So yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, that's
hard to
what I
work.
heard from Canada as well. Like for immigration, it's very easy, but as you said, the problem starts after you're already there. So
That's really true.
yeah, and
Yeah.
especially Vancouver is expensive, so it's not that easy to survive.
Yes, freaking expensive. Everything. Yeah.
And I know that it's a cosmopolitan city as well, and there are people from different nationalities there. But what would you say as differences between American people and people from Canada that you observed there? Was there any significant difference?
I asked the kind of same question to the Canadian friend, uh, but they say normally they couldn't tell me that any kind of difference. But of course, there's another slang, Canadian slang and American style slang. And then also, I feel like the Canadian people are got used to see the kind of Asian people, especially Korean, Chinese, Japanese. But as I told you, because we can get the kind of Canadian visa easily than the American visa. So actually, to be honest, I just know some real Canadian friends. So that most of my friends, my coworker, is from India, Philippines, of course Japan, Korea. So so far I live in India 1 year, but I know only three person who was born and who raised in Canada, and then their blood is also Canadian. So it's
Mm.
hard to tell that the difference of the Canadian and the American people for me. I'm sorry about that.
I see. And what were your dislikes about Vancouver? I know there are so many interesting things in Vancouver, but what are your dislikes?
Okay, so might be
Mhm.
rain season. It's
Yes,
so
this rained like
annoying.
crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
yes. But yeah, in the summertime, it's kind of not too hot, not too humid, so it's easy to live there.
And
Oh,
you know, in general, I'm not
annoying.
a yeah, in general, I'm not a nature lover, but I saw some pictures about the nature there. It was amazing. Have you checked there, the nature there?
Yes. So I went to some other place. I mean, the name is a resort. So that place is a kind of little bit north part of the Vancouver. Sorry, the north side of the Vancouver. So it just took 2 hours by bus, and then that's a kind of that place is famous for that kind of winter sports, something like a snowboarding, skiing, and then that place is really amazing, so beautiful.
I see. So, would you like to add something about Canada before we go to the next country?
Mm. Ah, I don't know. A lot of Japanese restaurants, which I can work.
Oh, oh,
That's
that's good. So you didn't feel far away from home. You didn't get homesick there.
true. Yeah.
That's cool. So, how about Mexico? Which city were you? And you explained also about one of your memories there that you wore a dress, and then everyone were just keep looking at you. It was strange for them. So, tell us
Yeah.
more about Mexico
Yeah.
and what do you think about the city you were there?
Okay. So the Mexico is literally one of my favorite cities. So far, which I've been there. So okay. So I really love the Mexican people, the personality. They are so friendly. They are so they have a kind of bright characteristics they have. But the thing is, I love the city, but it's not safe. So after the 7 p.m., I cannot go out without my father or without my, a kind of driver or something. So that's a kind of one of the annoying things about it.
Hmm, I see. see, especially when you compare it to Vancouver, I think you feel that difference about
Oh,
being safe. Yeah.
that's true.
So, how about your Spanish? Have you learned any Spanish?
I learned, and then like I'm not telling a lie. I could speak Spanish before. I mean, like a basic one, but like I had no chance to speak Spanish in Japan. So like I just remember some word, and then I could hear it, but I cannot reply to them in Spanish. Yeah.
I see. And what about hot food? Have you tried any chili food?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So like okay, so uh okay, for example, like the Japanese spicy level is a kind of level, and then Chinese spicy level is a kind of level, and then Mexican people spicy level is a kind of level, you know? So
Yeah.
like one
And
day I went to the taco truck, and then that was
mhm,
so tasty. And on the table, in the middle of the table, there's a kind of chili, kind of pickle chili.
mhm.
So so one of my friends from Mexico told me like, "Hey Mia, try it." I was like, "Okay, I love spicy food, so let me try it." And I have it. I was like, I'm sweating, and then I had a too little of water, and then it never disappeared. You know, I feel like it's still on my tongue. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
so
don't know how they have it. For me, also sounds impossible. I like spicy food, but not that much. I don't know how they handle it.
oh.
And where do you think is the best to visit in Mexico? Did you visit somewhere that you really liked?
Yeah. I visited a lot of place. But definitely, I love the Cancun.
You loved where?
Cancun.
Hankuru.
Cancun.
What is that?
Cancun is a kind of like a resort of the in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
So like so Mexico is a kind of shape,
Mhm.
you know, kind of shape, right? And the very the end of the Mexico. So
Someone
you know
said
the
kangaroo.
yeah.
Cancun.
Oh, Jim James, I know him. I know him. Yes, that's the one. Thank you,
Cancun.
Cyrus.
Okay.
Cancun, Cancun.
Okay, okay.
And then that was yeah, a really beautiful place. And then of course the beach is really clean and then like literally like a blue color. But like if you have a chance to get there, I really want you to visit a lot of pyramids.
Mm.
Pyramids.
Yes,
So
Sirius, thank you so much for helping. Because we cannot hear Mia well because I don't know background noises
oh
someone mentioned, and but it's not
yeah,
possible. I think to cancel those noises, Mia will try to talk louder as much as possible.
I'm sorry about it.
Yes. So, what about your experience in UAE? You went to Dubai, I
UAE.
think.
Yes, I was there also. And yeah, that was a kind of one of the crazy city I've ever known. So so like our image of Dubai is a kind of everything so super expensive, but that's not true. So like a commodity price, so the all the kind of price is a kind of same as Japan, but like for example, the alcohol is expensive, but the cigarette is like a kind of cheaper than Japan.
Hmm.
So and then also it's super hot in summer, extremely hot.
Yeah. How did you survive there? How did you deal with that?
Oh, but the thing is, like a Dubai, so like like a Dubai people hate the heat also. Like they don't like the heat also. So like all the kind of like supermarket or kind of department, no department, sorry, what is that one? Mall, kind of like a big shopping mall. It's kind of super close to or like connected to the station. So like I didn't have a lot of chance to go outside.
Hmm. And how many years ago were you there?
I was there like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. It was pretty recent. Have you
Yeah.
seen the recent flood there? It was raining so heavily. They were dealing with that recently. I don't know if you've seen that in the news that it was a flood there.
Oh,
recently.
really? In Dubai?
Yes, in Dubai.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Damn, really?
That was really strange to see. Yeah. And I've been there, I think, about 24 years ago. I got old now that I said 24 years ago I was
Wow.
there.
Wow, 24 years ago? I think, like everything has changed already.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Even that time, there were so many modern buildings, but since
Hmm.
that time, I heard that it was totally changed, and I should definitely visit there once more, at least.
You should
So,
visit again.
yeah, for sure. And what about the food there? Have you tried any Middle Eastern food in Dubai?
Oh yes, I tried a lot of Middle Eastern food. Uh, I tried, what is that one? Something like a kind of, I totally forgot the name. What is that one? Something like kind of wrapped one, and the inside is a kind of meat, and it kind of looks like a taco, but like
Like shawarma?
shawarma. That's the one. Thank you.
Yes.
And I tried a shawarma. That was like kind of one of my most favorite food in the Middle Eastern one. That's good. But for me, like a Middle Eastern food is like,
You're not sure, but
I mean, like I like it, but I mean, like not the top one for me. Yeah.
yeah, it's
To
not
be honest.
it's not your taste in general.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sorry about it.
you don't like lamb meat because it's
Oh
very common
yeah,
there.
that's me.
But the way they cook kebab is very good in Middle East. Yes.
Oh, that's mine's also really good.
Yeah. And I think you haven't tried Persian food. Maybe if you try Persian food, you will change your mind about Middle Eastern food.
Oh, never, maybe.
Yes. At
Is
least
it the
once
kind
you
of
should give it a
same?
try. Yeah.
Like
There are
I
big
don't know, like
differences actually.
all
And
right.
with kebab, everywhere in Middle East there are professional, but each region they have their own way to cook it. That's why I suggest you to try different ones to know that maybe some of them would be interesting for you because there are
Okay,
big
I have
differences.
to try it.
Yeah, for
Maybe I can
example,
try them in Japan also. Maybe.
mhm. Yes, in Japan also we have lots of Persian restaurants.
I think
And
so.
if you don't know them, I can also tell you about some restaurants in Tokyo that are Persian.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
it's very strange. Like I'm far from Tokyo. I know
Yeah,
so much about Tokyo.
but you're gonna recommend it to me.
Yes.
Okay, that's right. That's cool.
And what I want to say, about one sweet, for example, we have in Middle East named halwa.
Oh,
And
halva.
yes, and for example, in Iran, we have a very tasty halwa, different types of it. But recently, one student brought halwa from Oman. This is an Arabic country, and actually, it was so tasty. I was surprised. Even me, as a Middle Eastern, was surprised. Oh my God, I should try different halwa now because I love Oman because of this at the moment.
Mm-hmm. All right. I might
Yes,
try
that's why
it.
I'm telling you, like, don't give up on Middle Eastern food very fast because we have variety there.
Okay, okay, I got it.
And have you seen any unusual places in Dubai? Especially you said you went there 3 years ago, so it was pretty recent. Have you seen any unusual one? And coming from you, it will be so interesting because in Tokyo we have already so many unusual places. But
Okay,
how about
so
Dubai?
I would say, yeah, so there's a lot of kind of sightseeing spot, right? But like one of the popular one is that kind of dessert, hmm? dessert, dessert.
Yeah, desert. Yeah.
So dessert safari is like a kind of activity in the dessert.
Ah,
So like
desert, you
we're gonna
mean? Inside
desert,
the desert.
the kind desert. What is that kind of the
Sand.
sand place? Yeah,
Yes, yes,
dessert or
desert. Yes.
dessert,
Desert,
dessert,
isn't it?
dessert. Okay,
But I know
dessert.
the place you say.
Yeah,
Both of our accents are look suspicious.
I'm sorry.
So,
Dessert, right? Okay. So and a dessert, It's like kind of one of the popular place, and then like all my friends got there, and then we gonna got in a kind of like a big car, and then like it's like I feel like a kind of roller coaster.
Yeah. And Anna asked you whether you were in Burj Khalifa.
Oh, Burj Khalifa. Actually, like I was living there near from the Burj Khalifa. It's kind of really really tall, kind of tower, and then yeah, like near from the Burj Khalifa, like there's a kind of really super super big mall, and then there's a lot of kind of fancy kind of clothes shop or something. Yeah, so
Yeah, and Anna
I
also
visited it.
mentions it's
Uh,
desert
Dessert.
because Anna is an English teacher, so she's
All
telling
right.
us. I all the time mix up this dessert and dessert.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
thank
dessert
you,
is
Anna.
a kind of standard one, right? And the
Yes,
dessert is a kind of sweet one. Okay,
yes,
thank you for
exactly.
mentioning it, Anna.
Yes, thank you, Anna. And you mentioned about your experience in New York, about that as soon as they understand you're from Japan, they were cool with you, but before that they thought you're Korean or Chinese, not that much. But also I heard in different YouTube videos that when Japanese people and Korean people talk about each other, some of them are actually open-minded and they are okay. And some of them actually don't say good things about each other. So, what do
Oh,
you think about this atmosphere in Japan? That is that really so? Like, there are some in Japanese who don't like Korean and Chinese, and vice versa.
okay. But okay, so as long as I know, like although my the friend, especially the girls, love to visit the Korea. So like they really love the Korean cosmetics, and then they can do that kind of like like facial something like a
Yeah,
kind of
plastic
like a, not a plastic
surgery. Yeah,
surgery. It's kind of like that. And then also like K-pop music is also super popular in Japan. So they're gonna visit it there. So and then they're gonna join the live. They're gonna attend the live, or they're gonna get the kind of like a idol kind of goods or something. And then also I know that we can get a lot of Korean customers like each and every day. So I feel like like we don't have any bad thinking or bad feeling each other. But like when I check on the news or when I check on the YouTube comments or something, so like they say like oh I don't like Japan, or like some Japanese people say like I don't like Korea, it's kind of crazy country or something like that. But like my image, like especially my like a kind of my generation, like something like a RE 20 or like a 30 people, like don't have any feeling about it.
I see. And usually it's typical for those countries who are neighbor countries that in their history there were some conflictions. So that's pretty normal, I think, to have such feelings time to time. But at least you didn't feel it that much significant. That's disturbing. Like you have so many Korean customers and they are cool with each other. Not a big deal.
Yeah, I really think so. And then like most of the Korean customers, I mean like not only the Korean customers, but like they say like they really love the Japanese culture, especially like kind of anime or Japanese anime, like anime or Japanese food or like kind of Japanese temple or something like that. I was like, oh, that's nice,
Yeah, that's very
right?
nice. So there was something else about that song I used for our advertisement. Have you seen that anime Parasite Maxim?
Parasite Maxim.
Yes. This
I
one
have
I
no
really
idea.
recommend you. Recently I watched it by accident because in general I'm not an anime fan that much. I don't watch them. But I saw recently on Netflix about Parasite the Grey series. It was Korean actually, but it
Okay.
was based on this Japanese anime. And when I watched this anime, I understood this is actually not a childish one. It has depth, and it was very interesting for me.
Alright. So what is the
That
name
was
again? The
um,
Parasite?
Parasite, Maxim, or The Maxim. I should check it. I can also
Okay.
find for you and share with you. This one I really suggest you to watch whenever you find time. It's so
Okay,
interesting.
I will. I will, definitely.
Yeah. By the way, before we leave for today, what's your favorite song?
Song?
Maybe
This is song?
maybe Japanese is better if you tell us because I want to use it for our actually advertisement time to time.
Okay. My favorite song. Give me a second. Actually, like I'm not a big fan of J-pop music,
Uh-huh.
but oh, so when I in this bar, like there's a karaoke, so like sometimes my customer asks me like sing something for me, and then that is a kind of Japanese kind of band music, and then the name is a Southern All Stars.
If it's possible for you to write, then I will
Sure,
catch it here.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a song name, Tsunami.
Ah, Tsunami. Mm-hmm.
So you know the tsunami, right?
Yes.
So the after the
I
kind of
think actually I heard about them.
so the
It's very familiar.
tsunami is a kind of like okay. So March, do you know? Do you remember March 11th? Like in Japan, especially the kind of north place in Fukushima,
Mm-hmm.
there's a kind of big earthquake. Maybe like 10 years ago or something like
Yes,
so
yes.
long time, a little bit long time ago. And then that time, like the Fukushima got kind of it was so disaster actually. So like all the building was like a like a crash, and then unfortunately like a lot of people died because of the earthquake. And then the tsunami is a kind of big wave. The name of the
Yes,
big
yes.
wave.
I know about this. I thought you were asking about this music band. Yeah, I know tsunami,
Oh,
especially in
okay, okay.
Thailand. It happened recently. It was so bad. Yes.
Southern. South,
So you in
Southern.
Japan also you experienced tsunami recently.
Oh, I I mean, like we can. I know, like there's a like a kind of a little kind of a little kind of big of the tsunami. But recently we couldn't get not the big one, like a little bit one.
Yes, and Southern All Stars you mentioned,
Yeah,
and Nusha asked if it is possible you say something in Japanese so that she can hear.
I'm not good at singing. Okay. Okay. 見つめ合うと繋がりおしゃべりできない It's kind of like that.
Well done.
Thank you, thank you. I'm brushing.
So, Mia, I know that you have also visited so many countries. These countries that we mentioned, you lived basically there. But there were also some countries like Peru or Vietnam, and these countries you also visited, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, I visited a lot of places. Just give me a second. すみません。充電器持ってきませんでした。Okay, so I visited the Peru also, and then like
Yeah,
I went
so
to the Vietnam.
yeah, so if you agree, next time, if you will have time, we will also go through them in details as well. Maybe it will be interesting for
Definitely.
viewers to
Yes.
listen about them as well. Because I know you are busy, you should get back to work as well and save
Oh, thank you
lots
for
of
understanding. I'm
patience
sorry.
today.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mia, would you like to add something before we leave for today?
Sure. If you don't mind, can I advertise my bar like a little bit? Okay. So so thank you for watching our YouTube, not the YouTube, Instagram live today. So again, my name is Mia, and I'm working at the bar Milky in Shinjuku. So if you have a chance to come to Japan, like I'll be a server, and then please visit. Or if you don't have time to visit, please text me, and then I'm gonna try to be your guide for Japan. In Japan. Thank you.
And guys, also check out that video that Japan Explorer shared about that place that Mia mentioned. That you get idea also. So for sure, contact Mia for that. She's a she's a great guide. I'm sure you won't regret. So Mia,
Mhm.
thank you so much for your time, and
Thank
hope to
you.
see you very soon to talk about those other countries as well.
Definitely. We should do it again for sure.
Have a good evening. See you. Bye.
See you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.